Another sector, and one we don't often speak about, also had a breakout day: rail car makers. And that group gained on tougher oil train safety rules announced today by regulators following numerous spills and explosions. Greenbrier, Trinity, American Railcar, and Wabtec all saw their shares climb by 6% or more. Morgan Brennan has more on the long-awaited regulations.
Nearly 2 years after a fiery crude train exploded in Quebec and killed 47 people, and 9 months after U.S. regulators first issued safety proposals, new rules were unveiled today, aiming to improve safety when it comes to transporting crude by rail. In a joint press conference with its Canadian counterpart, Transport Canada, the U.S. Department of Transportation outlined new requirements for stronger tank cars.
Now, we are, in fact, putting in place a new standard for building tank cars. They'll be required to have thicker, stronger shells and other safety features. Existing tank cars used on high-hazard flammable trains today will either have to be retrofitted to meet the new standards we've set, or they'll need to be phased out of service. Canada is taking the exact same steps.
As crude by rail shipments have surged in recent years, so too have the number of accidents. Since 2013, more than 24 crude trains have derailed. Those accidents represent just a tiny fraction of the trains moving each year, but they've been dramatic, stirring public outcry. As part of the new rules, older tank cars will be phased off the tracks in 3 years, and newer ones must be retrofitted or replaced within 5. But the biggest change is an operational requirement that goes into effect in 2021. Tank cars must be equipped with a new braking system, which falls on the owners, energy companies, or manufacturers who lease them out. If cars don't have those brakes, railroads have to either haul oil trains that are smaller than 70 cars or run bigger ones at 30 miles per hour. The Association of American Railroads argues that requirement could cause more gridlock on the tracks, impacting capacity.
Could be as much as a 30% impact on our capacity. So this is a regulation that is not grounded in science, and I don't think that, unfortunately, the department thought through what all of the consequences would be.
The trade groups for the petroleum and rail equipment industries also expressed disappointment about these brakes. That aside, the overall reaction to the rules was enthusiasm, in part because they finally provide some clarity. Investors liked them as well, sending shares of tank car manufacturers like Greenbrier, Trinity Industries, and American Railcar soaring. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Morgan Brennan.